Hi gang, this is Mike G from Mr. G TV and MrMikeGarner.com, and I'm live on TikTok. I think the general subject here is mind control, because I'm a corporate hypnotist. I've been working with energy and consciousness for a long time. And I intend to do a lot of lives between now and the end of the year and into 2025, because we're in a situation where the world has gone crazy, and a lot of it is mind control. And I want to just play on words, and I want you to go from mind control to my control. Who feels in control? Who really feels in control? From my point of view, if you watch television that I call tell-lie-vision, and listen to politicians that I call pol-liticians, they're all telling lies. If you have a problem, it's in the world out there. The world out there is a projection. How do we know anything out there? How do we know that anything that we're being told about out there is true? And yet we react very often in a hostile way, an angry way, a frustrated way, an upsetting way to what's going on out there, because we're being told these stories. This is mind control. Now, if you check me out, you can look at my TikTok posts, you can look at my Facebook shorts and Facebook videos, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is Mr. G TV, capital M, small r, capital G, capital T, capital V. You'll see all sorts of demonstrations and free stuff teaching you how to get control. And I'm also explaining how easy it is to get control. It's not, some people that I work with, they have had 2, 3, 4 years of counselling. They've been on medication for 20, 30 years to get over things. Once you make a decision to take control, your control, my control, and get out of mind control, you can really change your life instantly like that. With a new decision comes a new experience. Change your mind, change your life. Have you ever asked yourself why maybe there's so much bad news? There's very little good news in the media, and yet there's lots of wonderful, beautiful things going on in the world. I mean, I've lived in Manchester, a brilliant town, a wonderful city. You might know Manchester City Football Club, Manchester United Football Club. That's where I was born. And yet there's so much aggression in Manchester at the moment. There's so much hostility. There's so much negative diversity. And it's not the people. People don't want to be fighting. People don't want to be arguing. They are being shook up. They're being put together when they don't want to be put together, or they're being separated when they don't want to be separated. Mind control. And the stuff on television doesn't represent what's actually taking place. I've been to events that have been reported untruthfully. Now take that on a global scale. I mean, you'll have experience of that. I mean, if you were left alone and you didn't watch the news, you would have a wonderful day. You'd get up, you'd have your breakfast, you'd be with your family, you'd live your life your way. You know, if you weren't told what job you should be in, if you weren't told what you should have, what telephone you should have, what mobile phone you should have, what television you should have, what car you should be driving. And we struggle really hard to get these things that we're being told we should have. It's mind control. Advertising is mind control. The politics is propaganda. And it can spoil your life. It can spoil your day. It really can. It can make you sick to death. Are you sick to death of all this bad news? So what I do is I go out and create for myself a good day. And some of you might think, well, that guy's very lucky. Look at his house. He's got a really beautiful house. And yes, I have. Just looking at who's joining in. Are there any comments? I don't actually know how to make comments on this. I don't know if I can actually write on this screen. Can I write? Can I? You'll have to teach me, guys, how to do this. I'm new on TikTok. I don't know. Can I write on the screen? Can you write on the screen? Can anybody say hello to me on the screen? But yeah, somebody's just told me to say hi, but I don't know how to say hi. How do I say hi? I'm going to have someone teach me about this, but I'm just going to keep talking. So I live my life my way, and people say, well, you're very lucky. And what I say is that the harder I work, the luckier I become. Now, some people aren't able to work, I understand that. But you can still have a good day. You can still just be. We are human beings. Human beings. The clue's in the word, a human being. You can just be. You don't have to be a human working. You definitely don't want to be a human stressing, or a human worrying, or a human arguing. You can just be a human being, just be. Many years ago, when I was divorced, just after I got divorced, I went from a nice 5-bedroomed house into a 1-bedroomed flat. We call it a bed sit. I could sit and go to bed. I got out of bed and I had a chair I could sit. And there was me and my 2 children in that room. And it was very peaceful. And I wasn't going to be mind controlled by the government or my ex-partner. I mean, you think about all the amount of people who try to mind control you. Who is controlling you today? Is it your partner? Is it your kids? Do they play guilt trips on you? Is it your boss? Is it your government? Is it your friends? Sometimes your friends can be really controlling. Who's controlling you? Who's mind controlling you? Don't have mind control. I'll say it again if you've just joined. You want my control. My control. Who would you dare to be if nobody told you who to be? Maybe if you know how to write on the screen, you can write on the screen. You write on the screen if you can do that. I don't know. I don't know if there's any chat function here. Or is it just me talking? But thank you for listening. You honour me. But answer that question. If you can't answer it on the screen, answer it in your mind. Answer it to yourself. Who do you dare to be? Who dare you be? These are my reading glasses. Who dare you be if nobody told you who to be? If nobody was controlling you, who would you choose to be? Who would you choose to be with? Where would you choose to be? What would you choose to be doing? What would you choose to have? What do you need to have? And why haven't you got those things? Is it other people that are telling you that you can't have those things? You're not clever enough. You're in the wrong place. You're too young. You're too old. You don't look right. You're not educated. You haven't got enough money. You've got no experience. All that is mind control, because none of that is true. None of that is true. That's their self-limiting beliefs projected onto you. And if you allow those self-limiting beliefs to be projected onto you, that's mind control, but it's your fault because you've accepted it. Don't accept it. Cheers. That's my cup of tea. Go and make a cup of tea. Go and get a cup of tea. I'll be doing a lot of these lives. Have a cup of tea and talk to me. And I'm going to have to work out how to talk, how to actually say these things, how to write on the screen. There must be a way to write on the screen. But who's controlling you? Because you should always be in control of yourself. You should put a crown on your head, like the king and queen, and rule your own life. You are sovereign in your life. You are the king and queen in your life. And you should rule your land. You should rule your life. So who's ruling you? You need to change that round. You've got it wrong. If someone's controlling you with, I don't know, narcissistic ways, if somebody's dominating you, if somebody's guilt tripping you, do people guilt trip you? You know, guilt throwers are very good at finding guilt catchers. I'll say that again. Guilt throwers are very good at finding guilt catchers. Are you a guilt catcher? And you quite often find that if you're nice, if you're a lovely, kind-hearted person, and you're sensitive, guilt works very well on you. It used to work really well on me. People asked me to do things and I said yes. And they got my energy and my energy levels went down. I'll say that again. When you do things for other people, they get your energy, they get your positivity, which is kind, but your energy levels go down. And you can actually give your energy away and end up with no energy. And that depletes you mentally, emotionally and physically. You can have a mental breakdown, an emotional breakdown, a physical breakdown. You can. You think now of all the times in your life when you were ill. And I bet coinciding, running alongside at the same time as that ill health, mental, emotional or physical, there was something big, probably a negative challenge going on in your life at the same time. Or just before it. And you survived it, and then you had mental breakdown, emotional breakdown or physical breakdown. Because you've done a lot for somebody else and it's depleted you, you've worn down your batteries, you've run down your batteries, you feel run down, and then you have a breakdown. You've got to have boundaries. Don't be mind controlled by other people. Control your own mind. Say yes if you want to say yes for your own reasons, and you've got to get something out of it for yourself. And say no when you don't want to. And say no confidently with a smile on your face. I can't do that, I'm sorry. I can't help you on this occasion. You have to be pleased and eased. You don't have to please everybody else. And in the word pleased, P-L-E-A-S-E-D, is the word eased. Pleased and eased. Life should be easy. You can just be. Like I said, be human. Human being, not a human struggling, not a human helping everybody else. Look after yourself. If you were on an aeroplane and it was crashing, They tell you to put your mask on first and then put your mask on your kids and the people at the side of you. If you're on a boat, put your own life jacket on first and then help other people. But you've got to help yourself first. If somebody wants you to help them when you're not in the right place, they'll benefit and you will go down. And that's mind control. They've done that to you. Probably in a well-meaning way, but you've got to understand the dynamics. Control yourself, control your own mind. Think what is the best outcome for yourself first. There's a radio station, this is a metaphor. A metaphor is a story, it's not true, but there's a meaning behind it. It's a radio station called WIFM, a radio station. Like you've got Coast FM, Heart FM, or Radio 1, Radio 2, Radio... Whatever country you're from, it's all FM, frequency modulation. But WIFM is What's in It for Me. It's an acronym. What's in it for me? For me, for you, for we. When you're helping somebody else or doing something for yourself, you've got to identify where's the energy for you. If you're going to do something for somebody else that's going to drain you, don't do it. Or if you know you want to do it and it's going to drain you, you've got to have a strategy, a tactic to rebuild your energy quickly, because you can't keep running yourself down. Everybody else, it's an advantage to them and a disadvantage to you. That's mind control. Look at the efforts at the moment with government and the world to mind control you, to get you to do things that aren't to your advantage. You're being told what to think, how to behave, what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say, even what to think, what to buy, what to wear, what to eat. Save the planet, eat bugs, eat vegetables. And then they come up with this manufactured meat, and that's just one agenda. Now, I'm not going to go into anything political or climate change, or at the moment I will in future talks. That's not what I'm here to tell you about or to talk or to share. But you look at the news and they want you to do something and they coerce you, they persuade you with quite often bullshit. Or it might be true, but it's put in your face 24/7 until your behaviour changes. And that's what they want you to do. And that's mind control. And change is difficult. Changing eating habits, changing behaviours, changing society, changing your everyday living circumstances, finances, health, economy, conversation, new ideas about gender, new ideas about diversity, new ideas about comedy and humour. You can't make a joke about this, somebody might be offended. No judgment, but it's all change very rapidly, very rapidly. How are you dealing with it? How are you coping? Are you coping? If you're loving this, give me some love, give me some energy, give me some hearts. I don't know how I can talk to you. Maybe somebody needs to message me and say, look, Mike Garner, Mr. Mike Garner, when you do a live, this is how you talk to it. I don't know if I can communicate with you. Can you write on the screen? I mean, I'm pressing things here. I don't know what I'm getting. I'm new to this. I've been posting on TikTok now for 2 years. I'm nearly at 10,000 followers, so thank you. You honour me. I'm here to help. Next week, I'm going to be doing some tarot. I do psychic, empathic tarot. I do mind connection. You have an amazing mind. I'm going to talk about that now so that you don't get mind controlled. And I will repeat myself all the time when I'm talking to you guys, because I want you to understand how amazing you are. I want you to understand that you are unlimited and you are eternal. And I'm not going to get religious. This is just You the magician, you the king and queen, ruling your life, all aspects of your life, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. You can have an incredible experience, even if you've got physical challenges, mental challenges, emotional challenges. All those things are perfect. That's not who you are. That's a projection of who you are. Behind that, you're perfect. And if you need a chat about that, I'm here for that. But you've got three minds. Don't let any of them get controlled. You have a conscious mind, and that's the thinking, critical, reasoning, logical mind. It's your conscious mind's job to train your subconscious mind into giving you the life that you deserve and desire. I'll say that again. It's your conscious mind's job to train and teach your subconscious mind to give you the experience of the life that you deserve and desire, and you can. And then you've got a superconscious mind, and that's your God mind, God, Goddess. That's your universal mind, and that's who you really are. The media, government, etymology, to govern your mentality, trying to govern your mentality, trying to control you, are all the time trying to contaminate your conscious mind. Turn it off. Don't watch television. Only choose to watch what you choose to watch because it makes you feel good or it educates you. Don't listen to the bullshit. Don't give these programs ratings. Disconnect from the matrix of that propaganda, in my opinion. Program yourself. Don't let these television programs program you. That's why they're called programs. They're called programs for a reason. They're programming you. They're mind controlling you. Mind control yourself. I'll be teaching you how to do that. I've already put lots of things into, go right back to my first few videos about crystals, about mind control, about self-hypnosis, about energy work, about healing, about goal setting and goal getting. Go right back and like my earlier videos. You will like and love my earlier videos. And there's going to be more of that. And if you really want to go down the rabbit hole, then you need to join Mr. GTV on Facebook and Mr. GTV on YouTube. All free, no money, all free. Any money I make goes to charity. I help disadvantaged kids in Thailand, where I'm living at the moment. Children who've got no bikes who can't get to school. Children who've got no computers who can't connect to the web. And I supply computers with donations that I take from clients and students. And that's what I do. But your conscious mind that you call your name, so my conscious mind at the moment is Mike Garner, Mr. Mike Garner. I've got to teach myself to run programs that work for me and not against me. My mind's like a computer. I can install apps that will run positive or negative software. So let me ask you, is your software that you're running at the moment in October 2024, is it positive or negative? And the way you can answer that, the way you'll know that is, what's your life? Is your life positive or negative? And it's nothing to do with how much money you've got in the bank or what your health's like. How do you feel inside? That's where you really are, not this external illusion. How do you feel inside? Are you peaceful? Do you feel spiritually connected? Do you have an inner smile? You might even be on your deathbed. You might have a terminal diagnosis. You might have no money. You might be homeless living on the street. You can still be at peace. And if you have got those challenges, then we really need to chat, because I can help you. Because everything else is a projection, it's an illusion, and you can step out of the illusion. You can get out of the mind control. I've got lots of things going on in my life, many that I've created that I need and want, and some things that have been presented to me to learn from that I don't need and don't want. All the things that you don't need and don't want are opportunities to learn from. If you deal with them maturely and see the bigger purpose, you won't just go through it, you'll grow through it. You won't just go through it, you'll grow through it. Go through these things and grow through it. If you don't grow through it, it'll keep coming up. If you've got a rubbish relationship and you don't deal with it, end it, it'll continue. And you've been given these challenges in your soul evolution, on your soul journey, to actually learn from and evolve from and go to a higher level of vibration. But if you're mind controlled by everybody, you'll stay where you are. You'll stay in this prison in your mind. You've got to set yourself free. Talk to me. It's free. So I've said a lot, and I've got a lot to learn on TikTok Lives, how to write, how to interact, how to send messages. But help me, guys, I'm learning. And thank you for watching. I'll be doing a lot more of this during, from October now to the end of the year and beyond. As I say, there's lots of stuff that I've posted for free. It's all for free. Just check back. And learn to just be happy. Just be at peace. Just be healthy. Just engage with people in loving relationships. Don't argue. Don't make people wrong. And don't try to be right. And realise that what's going on in the world at the moment, most of it isn't true. Shakespeare said that we're all actors on the stage of life. Most of these news presenters are actors. Most of these politicians are actors. Most of these celebrities are actors. They're playing a part to control you. And they're getting the energy and you're getting stressed and depressed. But you can stop that. Now, don't be mind controlled. Take your own control. My control, not mind control. You say that. My control, not mind control. Take control, guys. And check back for more from me, Mike G, for free. Lots of love. Send you love. Send you healing. I feel you. Be powerful. Enjoy your mind. I've got to work out now how to switch this off. How to end this live. That'll be interesting. I think I found it. Bye-bye.